We have Miss Valley Ninjas taking it to regionals, San Jose. Here we go. We're running 2 Avian, I'll explain that later, 3 Falcon, 3 Hanzo. This one's ultimate. I like it because it bends a little bit more, and that's awesome. We have Go-Go, the Gallant Ninja, because he looks better than Mass Ninja. He has 1500 attack and can do a double Reaper effect. We run 5 Field Spell, actually no, 3 Field Spell, and whatever this card is. I forget what it does. It like shuffles your deck or something like that. Run 2 of those. Heavy Storm. Monster Reborn. I don't know, man. Book of Moon. Oh, man, I don't know about Book of Moon. Book of Moon, man. 2 Duality. This actually hurt the deck the most. A lot of people were asking me, you know, Blue Eyes White Boy, how the hell did you dominate last format without playing windups, inzektors, or rabbits? And I said, well, because I rock, and there's a lot of wind, so we might have, yeah, that. Calm the winds, please. Please calm the winds. Whoops. No! Oh, my deck profile. No! No! Please. Oh, Hanzo, no! Don't go jumping around. Man. Alright. Let's get on with it. 2 Duality. Sometimes I run 3, but I mean, Dueling Network doesn't let you, so I don't use it on Dueling Network, but sometimes you can get away with it doing it in person. As long as you don't do Duality, 2 Dualities, I mean, you could pretty much just use logic there. If you ever play Infernities, a great strategy is setting your monster cards. You can't really do it on Dueling Network because it shows them face up first, but you set them in your spell and trap card zones, and then you get all their effects, Inferni Launcher, etc. So 3 Duality in the main is a little risky for a regional, so I sided the other one. But yeah, you need 3 in the deck, so you have to run 3. Upstart Goblin, this card is way overpowered. This card is extremely good. If you were wondering why I run this, it basically what he does is you activate it, and then they're like, oh crap, you know. And then this guy, he's basically like at that guy's feet, and he's like, no way, do I have to do that? No. And then you basically get to draw, and then you get power, and then you get like draw power and stuff like that. So I run 3 upstart. It also people who see the deck say, oh no, like what are you doing? And I really like that, has value as well. Alright, Golden Rhoda, and we have 2 golden MSTs. And the Golden Rhoda has no additional effect. It just looks golden, and that's all. I mean, that's cool. It only costs $1. But the golden MSTs do have an additional effect compared to a common MST. The golden MST, if you activate it and you pop something and they don't chain it, if they just let it die, let's say it's a Mirror Force or a Deep Prison, then you get to look at the bottom card of your deck, and I think that's valuable. So that's why I run the golden MSTs. Triple Transformation, 2 is not enough, 4 is too many. Call the Haunted, I have 2 supers and a common. This card is better than Reborn. I would run another Call Haunted in place of Reborn if I could. There's a couple of US dollars. That's how I rolled with that. Triple Compulse, one of them's rare. It has the letters that shine. I think that's pretty cool. Best card of the deck, along with most of the other deck, is the best in the deck. Triple Regeki Break, and a lot of people will say, wow man, wow man, wow man. And yeah, we run the Solemn Brigade because the Solemn Brigade, somebody just told me it was good one time. And I was like, what? What do you mean? I was like, what are you talking about? Pay 2,000 life points. I was like shaking like this, like what? Solemn Morning, and he's like, yeah, it's worth like $30, and you know it's gonna be worth $60. And I was like, yeah, right. I have it in my hand right now. Like, there's no way. And he's like, well, now it's a super. I told you this 2 years ago. Solemn Judgment's even better. Basically, the combo with Solemn Judgment is you go normal Hanzo, preferably the ultimate one, transformation effect, special summon Big Bird, and then we set Solemn Judgment, go ahead, and then draw phase, transformation effect, morph Hanzo, and then they're like, okay, I'm really smart, I know your deck, I'm gonna MST for my hand, and they nuke this, and then the Big Bird can't come out. That's where Solemn Judgment comes in. That's the only purpose for Solemn Judgment. That's the only purpose. Alright. I'm going to get on to the side deck. Okay, 1 Cyber Dragon. This guy, he's not a real Cyber Dragon. He's a reprint, fake. He's not fake. He's just like secret rare. He's like all shiny. Anyway, he's 5 stars. You can special summon him somehow. I forget. I don't really know what he does, but he's light. So he's like, wow, that's cool, man. And he has like 2100 ATK, so that's pretty good. DD Crow, he's pretty good because he's like, you can ditch it like whenever you want. That's what I'm talking about. So you like they go duality, and then they take like if they mill to the graveyard, you can just DD Crow something and just pick it off. But if they mill to the remove from play pile, you can't do that. But yeah, you can DD Crow. It says during either player's turn, you can discard this card of the graveyard to select 1 card from your opponent's graveyard and move it from play. So after they duality and they remove from play those 3 cards and add 1, the duality goes to the graveyard. You can DD Crow the pot of duality and remove it from play. And now you just went neg 1, and it's in your graveyard now, and you discarded it. So I sided. I side 1. Dark Samorg, he's a bossy beast. He's level 7. The only reason why I run it in the side deck is because I accidentally clicked buy it now on eBay. So now it has to find a place in my side deck. Malefic Cyber Dragon. I asked this kid named Robert if he could if I should run this, and he's like, yes, you should run this. And I said, well, should I put it in my side deck? He's like, yes, you should put it in your side deck. Why would you main deck that? I was like, because I run field spells. And he's like, no, put it in the side deck. And I said, okay. I run 1 Forbidden Lance because I heard it was really good, and then it was a flop, and then no one ran it anymore, and now people run it because they still think it's good. So I want to be in that bandwagon, so I run 1 in my side deck. I run 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirror because Inzektors are still a big threat. Like they're like one of the hardest decks to beat right now. I mean, they have like 1 Dragonfly, and they have 1 Hornet, and it's just super intimidating, and everyone thinks the deck is really good. So I need to run 2 of these. Actually, no, I'm gonna run 3 of these. I'm gonna side 16 cards, and I'm gonna run 3 Shadow Mirror, because that way those Inzektors will go. They'll lose. They're gonna lose. So I run 2 of those. I run 1 Macro just because I like the way it sounds. It's like macro, and there's like cosmos. It's like, yeah, and it has that infinite sign, so it's like infinity good. So I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Because I like cards that are infinity good. I'm trying to buy more cards that are have the infinity. So I run 1 of these. I run 1 common MST. Sometimes I side out my golden for a common because I don't want the guy to feel like super bad that I'm like, you know, balling on a budget better than him. So sometimes I'll side out the gold MST for a common one, and that way I won't get the effect to look at the bottom of my deck, and he won't get all butthurt and call the judge. Lightning Vortex, I run 1 of these because I think the card blows and the picture is just really retarded, and it just makes people just go on tilt. They just get hucking mad when they see it. You could discard your Apex and then blow up all their, you know, fake, you know, black monsters, and then they're all dead. And then they're dying, and then they're having trouble living, and then they're sent to the graveyard and they blow up. And a lot of times people just roll their eyes when they see it. So if I have my camera out, sometimes I'll get a video of that. And I run 1 Magic Jammer. This card is one of the best cards in the deck, in the side deck, not in the main deck. You set it, they activate a magic card. Actually, it's called a spell card now, but this card had no idea that was going on. They activate a spell card, and you jam that shit, and then you jam it in such a fucking magical way that they're fucked up the butt at that point. Okay, so you go, okay, take 5, here we go. So Magic Jammer, I think this card's really fucking good. I think it's really good, like up the butt good. Like you can just jam this shit and like, look, flip that shit over. That's what I'm talking about. So you got the Magic Jammer, right? And then you could discard a card and then like jam that shit. And it's great because they can't negate it with like Magic Drain. If you go Magic Drain, then they go, oh fuck that, and then like they'll discard their, you know, their dead spell. They'll discard their Nobleman of Extermination because the guy that I'm playing is a fucking retard and he fucking runs that shit. Fucking retard, and he runs that shit. So I don't like Magic Drain because then they just discard that shit and it makes me pissed off. So I run Magic Jammer because it helps. I set my transformation, and then I go transformation, ditch Hanzo, special summon Apex, and they're like, whoa, 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 MST, and then you go Magic Jammer that shit. Plus it has the same effect as Lightning Vortex where you get the eye roll, which is very valuable to me. I run 1 Dark Hole because I like the name a little bit more than Black Hole. Black Hole in Magic is kind of retarded. Magic the Gathering in general is really retarded. I mean, you're a nerd if you play Yu-Gi-Oh! And you're a nerd if you play Magic. So I might as well play the game that's more fun if I'm going to do it. You know, like people say, well, why do you play Monopoly? I was like, well, because it's fun. And they're like, well, why don't you play a game that's more fun called Yu-Gi-Oh! And I was like, well, because I don't want to sacrifice that much cultural, social ability, and they say, well, shit, play Magic. It's like, well, now I'm playing a game that's not as fun as Monopoly, that still has the social bullshit, so I'm just going to play a game that's more fun. Oh, crap. Just hide that. Okay, here we go. So another card on the side deck we run is called Neospatial Gamble. That's the card I want to talk about. This card is fucking balls to the wall. Look at that motherfucker. The first time I ever played, I let my friend see this card. He said, holy shit, that card is good. And it just goes like, it's just like bounce that shit, and there's like bounce it. It's like bounce it, and then like you like summon it, and then you're like bounce it, and then you get it back to your hand. And they're like, what the fuck is going on? And then you're like normal summon it, like, bounce it, and then they're like, what the fuck? And then it's like wait, let me read that shit. It's like, fuck you, it's in my hand. It's like normal summon. They're like, let me read it. Then they read it. They're like, holy shit. And then you're like, bounce it, and then you're like, fuck. And then they're like, well, fuck, I'll just set that card again. It's like, all right, summon, bounce it. Something you got to look out about this card though is if they book it and attack it, you're like, oh, bounce it, and they're like, no rulings, and you're like, oh, fuck that shit. And then they're like, yeah, it's damage step, motherfucker. And then it's like, fuck you, like, fuck. And then it's like, grandma, like, bounce it. And then they're like, no, I booked it. It's like, fuck. And it's like, kill it, dead by battle. So don't set this card first turn because you're a fucking scrub. Summon that shit and be like, grandma that shit. And you can even put him like that. It's way more intimidating. Like, bitch. And it's like, and you could summon him, be like, bounce it. And you can do that unlimited. He remembers how many times you bounce it. So you can have a bounce counter like me. I side one. And then we're going to go to the extra deck. We run one Armory Arm. Armory Arm is a great card because it has shiny writing in the top. It's level 4. It's a machine synchro effect. Gaia. There's no Brio, so I run Gaia. It's like mandatory. Like all these synchros are just needed. Look at that. Synchros, motherfucking synchros. Synchro that shit. Synchros. Because I had extras and I wanted to make it look like I have an extra deck. But no, you don't need this shit. If you find it on the ground, you can run it, but don't run this shit, ever. Stuff I actually need, that thing, because sometimes I go like special summon and then be like, what the fuck? And I was like, no, special, I have a field spell. They're like, no, you can't fucking do that. It's like, read. He's like, fucking pay your shit, pay your cost. I'm like, no. And then they call a judge and it's like, fuck, fine, I have it, shit. But like, it's just stupid that they make you buy both. I hate that shit. And then Chimera Tech, unless they leave a Cyber Dragon and a machine on the field at the same time, which they do all the fucking time. Just kidding. I run this because I run a Cyber Dragon. Alright, that's my profile. Just kidding. I run one Grazosaurus because this guy's a fucking dinosaur, and like you pull that shit out and they're like, holy fuck, what the fuck is that? And I was like, yeah, bitch, fire. Fire in the corner, bitch. And you go dinosaur, first edition, that shit. You're like, Grazosaurus. It's like, wow, this is like the first XYZ ever made. And it's like, fuck yeah, alphabet summon that shit. And it's like, well, how do you get it out in your deck? It's like, oh, fuck. Run one Zenmeister. He's 25 beater, and none of my level 4s have that, and it's cheap, and I got it for free. Blade Armor Ninja, absolutely busted. He's like busted, broken, like get out of here, man. You get 2 ninjas, so you stack, and then you attack for 44. He's also wind, which doesn't mean anything, and he's first edition. That's my deck profile. If you guys have any questions, leave them in a comment below. If you guys want that currency I showed you, comment below. If you want this deck box, too bad. I don't know why you'd want it anyway, but... Oh yeah, here's the third duality that I side. Because, yeah, you sometimes you need just to side it in if the guy's a douchebag. So you just side in your third duality, and then the chances of them finding out is like slim to none, and it's going to make your deck way better, so... 3 duality, not mandatory, but definitely don't let anybody know what's going on. And yeah, dude... No fucking shit. Like, obviously we're not gonna run 3 duality. Fuck. Like, seriously? It's all a joke, man. Why would I fucking main that shit? Side that shit, alright? I was joking, dude. Side it. We're gonna side it for regionals or whatever event. Locals is just unfair. I wouldn't do it at locals because that's not even fun because nobody even cares. It's like, yeah, you run 3 duality, it's at 3, right? It's like, no, that shit's OP. It's like, oh, what? And they're like, yeah, fuck, dude, they fucking limit that shit to 2. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, duality, yeah, it's obviously OP, baby. You just get it and then like you get some. It's like, no, dude, no. Alright. Any other questions about the deck? Comment below. Look at these guys. They're like, woo, phalanges.